Okay, and then you're going to put them down, face each other, and do a dactyl to each other, victims and aggressors. And come up, fold your arms, and turn towards the audience. Beautiful. All right. So what you see, just a couple of quick notes. Then on the dactyl, it's so you want this feeling, and then come up, and you want to get it all the way through your body. The 3 of you, 4 of you actually are great. That and once you get into the movement, especially with this, you're really good. This feeling, this bouncy feeling is biomechanics. This aggressive, weird feeling is biomechanics. Putting together the internal and the external is biomechanics, so you're doing it quite well. Now you need to apply it in a common sense way to whatever scene you pick.
How do we do that?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Well, anything can become biomechanicalized.
Okay.
So give me a
Is it
typical...
possible to just pick an activity, like to kill someone, or...
You can pick any activity.
And then-
What are you doing in the scene?
We haven't decided yet. We're still.
What scene did you pick?
We haven't decided yet. We're still looking into
Do you have
it.
any suggestions?
Could be anything. Could be Shakespeare.
We wanted to do something with a lot of movement to merit.
You can add any kind of movie. You do Tennessee Williams with this. You can do Streetcar.
Oh, okay.
So in Streetcar, all you need to do is to convert the activity, the realistic activity of the scene, down to movement. So you have in Streetcar the poker game. The poker game can be dealing the cards.
Okay.
In the background is Blanche, taking it in physically and psychologically. Everything becomes converted to this movement. So what you need to do now is to pick a scene. Could be anything. Could be a comedy. Could be something serious. It doesn't really matter. And then you begin to add this kinesthetic, balanced feeling to it. So what's the scene you're working on in an acting class, if any?
Out of gas on Lover's Leap.
So what goes on what goes on in the scene?
They drink beer.
So how do you drink beer biomechanically?
Like...
You twist it. Let's suppose I have a beer here. I twist it, but instead of doing this, I do this.
Okay.
That's how I twist off the cap, and then I throw it. And then to drink it, it's like this thing.
Okay.
It's... You see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
I'm just making bigger movements that are true to me in balance. So it's... That's biomechanically drinking beer.
Okay.
Then what happens?
He jumps off a cliff and dies.
Jumps off a what and dies?
A cliff.
How does he do it?
In the same place with the beer?
What? But I mean, in the scene, what could be easier? There's only one way I know of leaping is biomechanically. I look, see the bottom of the abyss. I think I'll have another sip of beer. I'm looking down, and I'm going to leap. So I put my whole body into the whole thing. So I don't seems like a dumb scene to me, by the way. But it might work, I don't know. But you see what I mean? Anything could become this biomechanical thing by moving your body and putting all of your body into it. And then it's a question of adding movement. But the movements are not just copies of this. It's the principle of that. So what other scene are you working on, Danny? You have not yet?
We're thinking of doing one from No Exit, maybe?
From
what?
No Exit? So, all right. So here's a completely non-movement scene.
Yeah, so we're like,
Yeah, we haven't officially decided on that one either.
Well,
but
but anything can be done. Pull that chair up, and in No Exit, we can have, the 3 characters. We can have our, I don't remember what they are. One is the lesbian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Inez.
Inez. So,
Onions?
Inez.
So as a lesbian, I think of my breasts as totally different than as a straight woman. I think of myself as a kind of sex radiation machine. So now I have this whole feeling, this biomechanical feeling like this. And so forth. So what I'm doing, and who's the guy, what was his story?
Guy cheated on his wife in front of her.
He cheats on his wife in front of her and then kills her.
Sure.
Or she kills herself. And
This
then
character who kills her baby.
Okay. Same
It's a real
thing
fun
there.
group.
So I create the character of this French criminal.
it's more character work in this book. For biomechanics.
Right. It's a toughie, but anything can be done. Let's stop here. But what you need to do is decide what scene. Let's meet up privately, but you get the idea of biomechanics. It's this weird melodramatic feeling that shoots through your body. And then you create movement and character. You can do anything with it. But the thing that Miracle brings to us, which is what I adore, he brings this bigger stage picture. So when I do this, the person across the stage is doing this. Everything is in this kind of mechanical world where things like with animals and birds of prey and aggressor birds, that everyone is moving in a special way that reflects itself. So you get this feeling of forward on one side and back on another. And you can add that to no exit to anything. That, as a matter of fact, works well there. Okay. We're going to get back to, on Tuesday, to socialist realism.